Hello everybody, we are here in Hyson Green today, Radford. Just walking around, we're going to do some interviews. We just noticed that this art exhibition in the praise of beauty by Adebayo Balaji, which seems to just consist of basically words written on a wall. And this is what we class as funded art now by the Arts Council. So this is where all of the grants and the funds money is going. Let's have a read of it. Let's read of it. And yet there are statements we cannot avoid. To say there is no such thing as truth would be truth in itself. Wow. Absolutely mind-blowing that is. Mind-blowing. Wow, look at him. What an artist. Excuse me. Are you part of this building? Yeah. What is this exposition all about? Because it seems to just be like writing on the wall.
So it's basically how the artist actually communicates. He did notes about certain subjects about, obviously in this case for the exhibition itself, it was in praise of beauty. Mm-hmm. So his thoughts about like how we see the standard beauty, how he sees it. Mm-hmm. So there's a statement somewhere saying like, I didn't say perfect, I said beautiful. Like for him, there's a different perspective.
Yes. Brilliant.
So like if you go into
he's not actually drawn anything.
No, yeah. So if you go to the main exhibition inside, he has
art.
So he has his paintings,
which is music.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm walking over. Do
you want to come with me?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, if you give me a tour as well, that'd be even better.
Yeah. So who are you? Sorry.
My name's Filippo. Nice to meet you. I'm just a vlogger from Nottingham, just in the area.
You have an Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, Nots Online.
Cool. Nots Online. That's cool. So like,
I'm generally against like anything that's woke, to be fair with you, but
that's what. Sorry.
I'm against the sort of woke culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sort of aware of these the struggles. I'm not ignorant or not compassionate towards it. Mm-hmm. I just think that there should be no one put in a priority status.
Okay. Yeah.
Everyone's got their own priorities, haven't they? Everyone's got their own priorities. If you're an artist, or this gentleman here, his priorities are his priorities.
Yeah.
And if I'm not, not interested in it, doesn't mean that I hate him, or it doesn't mean that I don't like him. It just means that it doesn't interest me.
Yeah, no, but it's that's art, isn't it? You either like it or you don't.
I am interested.
Well, he's a very interesting artist.
Right. Yeah, or person,
and or individual.
Yeah.
We actually.
Very visually striking, isn't he? The way
he is. He likes to use. He likes to use himself as well on his art. We will see it on the main exhibition as well. But it's kind of like how he expresses himself, and that's kind of like just.
So does he sell this art then, or?
Yeah, no. So he has his own gallery that manages him. So what we did as New Arts Exchange, we kind of just brought it to Hyson Green as to be accessible to the community here. So that was basically, we're not selling his art or anything.
No, of course, but I'm saying, but what is he bringing? Because all I can see is, no offence, but it just looks like rantings of a madman on a wall. Like that's just my personal interpretation of his art.
That's a part of his art,
which is understandable.
But we can go inside and have a look.
I value everybody's individual, pains and struggles, and I'm an artist myself, so I would never discredit his struggle or his pain or the way he expresses it at all. It's just that looking at it, it doesn't seem like it took much effort.
Well, because obviously this is only part of the exhibition itself.
Let's have a look at his art then, because
keeping in mind,
I was very shocked that somebody of such low quality literature, in my opinion, could get the front page of such a glorious organisation and such a positive and progressive, publicly funded art exchange. I'd assume it'd be someone who's extremely talented, in my opinion.
Well, let's have a look at it.
Of course, I am being judgmental based upon his marketing.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't buy into the marketing. Excuse me, sorry.
That's just a street gallery.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
So what we do is we try to complement the main gallery with a street gallery. So on the street gallery, we usually have a bit of like an intro to the exhibition itself, because this exhibition is called In Praise of Beauty.
It's caught my attention, hasn't it?
But he has others. So this was made specifically for us, for us to exhibit.
Wow. And so did you pay him for that?
Yeah, so we pay him to come here, but it's a free obviously this is for
No,
the
of
community
course,
to
no, of
come.
course.
So we pay
I just
him
want to see
to
what the
bring his
money
art here.
has brought us, because it looks really nice. I must hold my judgment because it looks really impressive.
So I think in a way he tries to
That is beautiful
represent
art.
African women. He's obviously from
Yeah.
Nigerian background.
Yeah.
And he brings a lot of like pain and what women culture and African culture, but in a lot of colour.
I love the
Obviously, I am
colours.
stating his words because I'm not sure.
Of course, you are not him himself.
artist.
Yes, I'm very appreciative as well. And we must all say thank you to this lovely lady who has given us the opportunity to get an insight into his mind. She is not the artist. She maybe doesn't even know the artist, but she's interpreting her reading of the artist.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So he's obviously a large scale kind of artist.
I like it, you know.
And he likes to show. So one of the things that I heard him saying once was that he likes to show all his faults. So, like for example, if he makes a mistake, he doesn't like to hide it.
Anna, but hang on a second. What is this representing again? A woman?
So this is called the vessel. So I think I'm not 100% sure what this.
It doesn't look like it took him long. Like,
I
you know
think
what I
it
mean?
took him long.
No, but you know what I mean, though, isn't it? Like, it isn't like a master stroke of visual interpretation of life. It's more of a conceptual, emotional collage of his emotions.
Yeah, and in a way that's.
And it's
what
quite childish.
Artists.
It is quite childish. That's my. Honestly, if you go to anyone's house who's got toddlers, you will see that sort of control of the hand.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about him as an artist and how conceptual he is. I mean the physical control of his hand doesn't seem consistent.
Yes.
Which may be part of his emotion.
Yeah,
But in terms of quality, if I was going to pay for something, no matter how long it took him, I would like to see some craftsmanship, like this one over here, for example. This one is gorgeous.
So, for example, he mixes textile as well.
That is amazing. Yeah, very nice.
So we have all this one. These pieces are all like a mix of textile with like collage. So I mean, like it is his way of expressing his creativity.
It's not very advanced art. It's advanced concepts, but the actual skill and craftsmanship of the creation of the concept, in my opinion, isn't of a high standard. But this one is. But this one reminds me of a, you know, like a Picasso-y sort of concept that he's maybe attempted and then distorted it into his own interpretation of somebody else's art form, which is very nice. And I love the colour schemes that he's using. But to be honest, it still looks like scribbles. Like he's just randomly scribbled. He gives you a story to it, and then you buy it. I know that is art in itself.
You can't go through the first assumption that he did it randomly. Maybe it wasn't random.
I mean, but this to me looks like a junior school project outside of a school. Personally, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like children have been given some paints and pens, and they've decided to draw their national flag, and it's not a very good interpretation of it, even as that. But of course, it qualifies for all of the boxes that need ticking, of course, because you know it's so important to show his opinion and his mind.
As an artist, that's what you need to do. You need to express however you want to express it. I mean, in a way, there's people that paint a full canvas with one colour, and we could say it's lack of an artistic skill, but maybe that's how he
depends how he
expresses
strokes it on the paint.
Yeah,
if he strokes it and it's got, I mean that's a very very narrow example, isn't it? A blank canvas with just one monotone colour on it. This is not exactly that. This is somebody who's been thrust into the limelight, into one of the most prestigious places in Nottingham for the new age of art, and it's publicly funded.
Yeah.
And this is what we've got for the money. It's not busy, is it?
Not today. Well, this is actually the end of the exhibition, but we do have a lot of people that come in. He's kind of like an influencer in a way, where he not only does painting, but he has his own studio, so he does his filming.
For example, look, I can draw better eyes than that.
Did you?
No, I mean I can probably draw better eyes than that. What is this piece saying to you?
Well, it's called the Splendor.
What is splendor about it?
Well,
Because he's rubbed out his name, so it could be a recycled piece of
then again,
art.
I think this is
It looks
one
like
of
it's
the
been
pieces.
recycled. Look, you know what I mean?
So I think this is one of the pieces where he said he didn't want to hide his mistakes.
Oh,
So
how
originally,
convenient! How convenient! That is convenient,
Yeah.
isn't it? So even your mistakes you can be paid for in this art.
because it's art.
I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I really need to find out how I can get my art shown in here. How would I go around that?
Yeah, you
Do I
can.
have to have a social media following?
No.
So what is
All you
the
have to do-
criteria that you decided to choose this artist?
So if you have any type of art, what you can do is you can apply for a commission with us, and we'll help you develop as an artist.
That is fantastic. And what's your name?
Sorry,
What's your name?
Olga.
Olga. Nice to meet you, Olga. I'm
Nice
very
to
sorry
meet
for pushing you so hard with my very brash and
No, you can
ignorant
challenge me. I mean,
opinions.
like, that's why
You are
art
so
exists.
you're so
You can
evolved.
challenge it.
You are so evolved. Very evolved person.
Let me just show you the rest of this. It's
To tolerate me, my ignorance, you know. I do apologize. I do appreciate it.
So this is kind of like the video room.
Is this
This
his
is
video?
from the studio.
Wow, I like this.
So this was made for this specific exhibition.
I like it, you know. Olga, I like it, you know.
And
This is classy. This is classy. This is amazing.
This is called the Medusa. He has a message at the back as well.
Oh, he's changing my mind. This is amazing. This is giving me shivers. I can't lie. Everybody listening, I'm not just saying it. This is giving me shivers. The visual and the audio and the textures of the light and the materials he's used is almost it's so unique. Like it's almost like a cyberpunk, but with textiles. And it's just it's just an amalgamation of his mind, isn't it? It's amazing. I take it all back, Olga. I take it back. He is a fantastic artist. Look at this. That's what it says on the back. I won't get too close to it, but Socrates is interrupted and asked to explain in greater detail his references to the community of wives and children. He starts by considering the position of women in society. His argument is in principle a very simple one. He asks whether difference of sex is in itself a proper basis for differentiation or differentiation of occupation. Wow, that's a good thing to philosophize. Once between men and women is one of physical function. Exactly. Is the flesh.
This is just a statement. Obviously, it wasn't an artist that wrote this.
Of course not. Yeah.
This is a statement that he brought from Pluto. So Socrates obviously states Pluto, and this is what kind of.
Yes.
Right.
So by this statement being attached to it, I assume that he's saying that what is inside the flesh of the body, whether it's male or female, is not determined by the flesh, and the differentiations between the male and the female are also not in the flesh.
That's a good interpretation.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
Have you got any jobs?
Well, you never know. Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to learn more.
We do. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm quite new here, and I'm just a marketing manager, so I'm not like a curator or anything. But we do like to be challenged because obviously we are led by citizens. So we have a citizen assembly from Ice and Green, and they're the ones that choose. We don't really have a say in it. So we basically we select, let's say, a number of them, usually from the global.
What criteria?
Well, mostly, first of all, you know that we kind of focus on the global ethnic majority.
The what, sorry?
Global ethnic majority. So basically,
Global
global ethnic majority.
Ethnic.
Yeah.
Global ethnic majority.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that mean?
So it just means Caribbean, African, South Asian. So anyone that has kind of hereditary background.
Oh, I see. So.
Because we want to kind of develop that kind of side.
Oh, I see. I mean,
those artists.
there is nothing wrong with promoting anybody's art form as long as everybody gets a fair opportunity to present themselves. But
Yeah, no, and everyone
unfortunately,
does.
Olga, I'm very disappointed to hear the criteria is based upon race.
I mean, this is why this building was built 15 years ago.
Oh no, of course. If the area's got a lot of,
That's why it's
a diverse.
designed
I mean, of
massively.
course. I mean, I'm not suggesting there's anything sinister about this. It is just a little bit disheartening that there may be some, other individuals in this area who have been born and bred here who might want to showcase their art, but they're not even being considered because of the colour of their skin.
In a way, I think it's a matter of applying for it. Keeping in mind,
Olga,
we do have.
Olga, I'm not saying that in any way it's a segregation or any sort of malicious or racial sort of discrimination at all. It just seems that the positive and intentional promotion of the global majority, ethnic minority, or whatever it is, has an unseen consequences that may be negative. That's all. Because there's nothing wrong with promoting good art. It seemed like a great bloke, and do you know what? That art in there was fantastic. I cannot tell you it affected me. Honestly, it did, Olga. So thank you very much for your time. And you've been so polite and so patient, and I encourage everybody to come here and experience the transformation of opinion like me. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day. Thank you. What a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Thank you. And you know what? He did surprise me, actually. So here's me going in there with an attitude. Going in there with an attitude, and actually, I must admit, the art in the second room was fantastic. It is a shame that the criteria involved in the art it is based upon, you know, racial criteria, which I'm not happy about. But this is a, you know, very diverse area where, you know, there are a lot of people here who can relate to this building and to this artwork. And so, community for the community. If this local community did want to showcase their art, they would have an opportunity. Me personally, I wouldn't be given the opportunity. So I don't know who funds this place, I don't know who runs this place. All I know is that my art could not go there, and it's a publicly funded thing. But that's none of my business, is it? Because I'm not allowed to speak about things if they're not exactly what I do every day as a living. I cannot talk about anything medical unless I'm a doctor. I cannot talk about anyone else's food or culture unless I am from that country. Because that is the ludicrous hypocrisy of this multiculturalism in England at the moment. You know, how friendly are they? You know, how friendly is it? Is it reciprocated? Hello, you right? Cool. Is it reciprocated, or, you know, are there lines drawn on the other side? Anyway, let's go.